Welcome to the Two Blokes Chatting radio show on 94.7 The Pulse. Music, interviews, news, and, well, Two Blokes Chatting. Now, here are the two blokes.
We have a great relationship with the Geelong and District Footy League at this station.
Not if we keep this up.
And there's no footy, but what we do have is the ability to watch the old stuff, and there's nothing better than that. And a man who's made that all possible is, I don't know if guest video is still going, but he was the heart and soul of it. Noel Fanning, good morning to you.
Morning, boys.
Great to have you aboard to explain what's going on. We've highlighted a game a couple of weeks ago with Larry Donoghue. We had a false alarm last week when you headed off to Mitre 10 because I may have given you the wrong time, much to Grubby Cation's.
No, I think I might have, in my mind, had the wrong time.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Now, Rob tells me, hi, Noel, it's Neil. Rob thinks he got you on to talk about footy videos. This is actually a new segment we're called Do It Yourself with Noel. Can you just run us through the renos that you're doing before we get talking about footy?
Well, I couldn't go down to Bunnings today because I had to stay at home and wait for you blokes.
We've ruined your weekend.
Oh, they're open till 7 o'clock.
You asked me where I am.
Now listen, Fano, we've cleared something up. Grubby Cations is one of our regular listeners. He's an odd character. Does anyone actually like him?
Well, I'll tell you a story about Grubby, and I can tell you many.
Yep.
He was a good footballer.
He told me that.
Yeah, and he's getting better as it goes along.
He played for Sunshine. He was an absolute star at Sunshine, and I went to the Sunshine Football Club through Williamstown, because Sunshine don't exist anymore, looking for some footage of Grubby. And they said, we burnt all our footage of Grubby because he caused the Sunshine Football Club to go belly up.
Ooh, no.
Yes, he did.
Ooh.
Allegedly.
That's something on your epitaph.
That's about Grubby. He thinks he's the best commentator that we've ever had in the GDFL.
Yes, I know. He told me that as well.
He was taught by the best, David Cook and Ronnie Brain. Well, Grubby is the worst commentator we've ever had. He's a shocker. I'll tell you how bad he is. He said to me one day during the first quarter, halfway through the first quarter, he said, "Is it quarter time yet?" And I said, "No." And he said, "I can't see any play." I said, "It's on the other side of the ground, mate." he actually drilled a hole in the commentator's desk in the broadcast stand without my permission to put this little stand there. He had these 1.5 feet long binoculars that were made in 1922, and he had to put them on a stand. That's how, and he still couldn't get the players right. Grubby is the worst commentator I have ever... Not bad on special comments, but as a commentator, he's the worst I've ever seen that come across in 40 years of doing this.
Oh, there'll be a barrage of abuse coming back. But he is one of many characters of the great competition, and you have created an environment where people can actually get on the old Google box, go to the GDFL website, press on the button that says videos, and select a game from way back. We looked at one from 1982 that Larry Donoghue was involved in an interleague game down at Simpson.
That's right.
And there's a lot more, and there's some great footage. And I know another good friend of mine who's involved in the Newtown Footy Club, David Danoon, has got great joy from watching the ones that you've popped on the Newtown website of his GFL career. So it's a great initiative you've done. So well done to you.
We used to call him Chipper Danoon.
Yeah, Chipper. He's a regular listener to the show as well. So,
well, he could play, Chipper.
Yes, he went all right.
Yeah.
So the games that you have put on there, to be honest, I haven't actually had a chance to look at them yet. I've been doing some other things. I have it on my agenda to do. How long does it take you to get from here's the footage to converting it into a situation where it can be seen on the GDFL per game, roughly?
Well, you have to convert the game in real time from videotape into your computer,
mm-hmm.
and then you have to render it into a format where it's digitised and it goes onto the GDFL hard drive.
So presumably the real-time editing or the real-time conversion, you could do that and maybe head up to Bunnings or Mitre 10 and then come back. That just does itself. But for every video, you're probably putting in, 3, 4, 5 hours worth of work.
Yep.
Per video. So it's a massive labour of love. And it underlines to me what makes community footy so important, that we've got great people like you who are prepared to put that sort of time aside to preserve the history of the league. So well done you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No, it's good. So it's a simple thing to do, and I've done it myself, and I don't do computers that well. But if you just go onto the GDFL website, there's some icons up the top. One of them says video. Go on there and you can literally just file through and select the game. And there's plenty of clubs. It's not as if it's centred on one particular club. There's games, even my old club Motuwari in their GDFL days, there's games from them
They were
back.
in there, and even St Leonard's in there.
Yep, that's right.
In their
Saw one of those.
Game. They played their first game in 1991 in the Ballerine. They played round 4 against Bannockburn in the same year. 3 weeks later, they swapped leagues.
Wow,
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
How about that?
that's impressive.
Yeah, for all sorts of...
And the first home game we ever did for the GDFL was round 6, 1982.
So give me an idea of some of the icons of the competition that would have been playing back in that era. We know that Larry Donoghue was there, and when he came back directly from Fitzroy to coach Thompson, and we know that Herbie Matthews coached the interleague side. He was a Corio legend, but there were some other great names from that time as well.
He's also played in premierships with North Shore.
Yes, that's right, in the Gordon Hines era.
He did.
Yeah, some very, very good players in those. So get on there, have a look, and Noel will keep them rolling. And from now on, we'll be focusing on a game a week on this show, and we'll try and bring back some of those. You've got next week's game already, hopefully?
I've got a game for you for the viewers, the listeners to go and have a look at. I know this is going to sound negative, but it's not. It's the best football brawl I have seen in my 50 years in local football.
All right, so if you're a fan of Bring Back the Biff, this is your game.
And apparently at some stage...
1990, round of 9, 14 minutes into the first quarter, Bellpost Hill versus North Geelong. What a ripper of a fight.
Apparently a game of footy broke out afterwards.
A game of footy broke out afterwards because Dick Philpott went out on the ground and settled everything down.
And the Dick.
Big Dick here. Hopefully he'll be listening this morning as well as another icon who never graced the field in the black and white, but he's done a hell of a lot for Geelong footy.
He always had a suit on.
Yeah, that's right. Fatto, thanks for your time. We will be on there and looking at these games, and hopefully you keep loading them up for memories, and I know you'll continue to do some great work in local footy.
This will take me a couple of years.
Good on you, matey.
We've got plenty of time.
All the very best. We'll talk to you soon. Hopefully, next week's game of the week, round 9, 1990, Bellpost Hill versus... Yeah, see if you can find me someone who stayed alive long enough to remember what happened.
Well, Dick Philpott would be a starting point.
Yeah, probably. Thanks, mate.
See you, mate.
Yeah, bye.